line is and what's the slope of a vertical line?
Undefined.
That's sneaky, huh? So if I'm talking about a slope of 0, I'm talking about a horizontal line. The kind of line that's perpendicular to a horizontal line is a vertical line. And the slope of a vertical line is, you just said it, undefined. That's the one exception, ladies and gentlemen. Otherwise, the product of slopes of lines that are perpendicular every single time is going to be what? Can anybody tell? Careful. Did you say 1? Negative 1, right? So a number of times its reciprocal is 1, right? Well, one of them is positive, one of them is always negative, so negative 1. Every time I multiply two slopes of lines that are perpendicular, I'm going to get negative 1. And there is a converse to that, ladies and gentlemen. If I multiply two slopes and I get negative 1, tell me about those two lines. They're perpendicular. If I multiply two slopes of lines and get negative 1, those are perpendicular lines. Okay? Now, I tell you all that to give you the fifth scenario. I'm going to give you a line that's perpendicular to your line and a point. All right, your line is perpendicular to y equals negative 1/3 x plus 17,492.2. And it goes through the point 4. Now, why did I give you that crazy y-intercept there of 17,000 something?
Because it doesn't matter.
Because it doesn't matter. That's right. All you're interested in is what? Slope. The slope. The slope is all you're interested in. All right, here's where you're going to have to be careful with your notation. What's the slope of this guy right here?
Negative 1/3.
Negative 1/3. And it's what? Just negative 1/3. All right, so the slope is negative 1/3. But what's your slope?
3.
3.
3. Very good. Reciprocal, and change the sign. Your slope is 3. And here's why I say you got to be careful. Because I got two things that say m equals. So you're going to have to distinguish between the m that's not yours and the m that is yours. You can just mark one of them out when you're through with it, or put a frowny face and a happy face. This is mine right here. Or put arrows or something. But that's my slope. That's the one I'm interested in right there. Hey, look. Slope. Point, stereo number 2, right back to it. X, Y, and M, substitute. That's my Y. That's my M. X. 1 equals 12 plus B, subtract 12, B is negative 11. Check it out. Back to scenario number 1. Got my slope, got my y-intercept. Y equals 3x minus 11. That's the equation of the line. Perpendicular to that one, it goes to the point 1, 4. Y equals 3x minus 11. All right, we'll do one more like this, and then we'll go on to WebAssign. Your line is perpendicular to the x-axis, and it goes to the point 2, 8.
It's undefined. Right.
That can be the equation of the line.
0.
The equation is just 0.
No. The slope is 0.
All right, y'all remember what the x-axis looks like, right? It's that guy right there. So if your line is perpendicular to that, what kind of line are we talking about?
Horizontal.
A vertical line.
And so it means it's undefined.
Vertical lines have the equation
X equals number.
x equals something. Want to guess what it's equal to?
1, 2.
That's it. That's your thinking, ladies and gentlemen. Hey, what kind of line is my line? My line is perpendicular to the x-axis. That means I got a vertical line. Right? But if I have a vertical line, I say, as I look at my notes intently, I have a line of equation x equals something. I don't just know that. It's in my notes. I refer to it. Vertical line, S equation, x equals something. X equal, it goes to this point. There's the x value. X equal 2. You could say it's got a vertical line. That means the slope is undefined. But where is that going to get you? You can't substitute undefined into y equals mx plus b for m. Doesn't work. So you got to think this one out. Vertical line, undefined. Oh yeah, it's got an equation. X equals something. I got me a point. There's the x. X equals 2. So far, so good? Let's check out your, what is that? All right, the name of this section is linear equations in 2 variables. That one. There's questions, but they go fast. All right, let's just do this first one because I use some different language than the textbook, so let's make sure we understand it. AX plus BY plus C equals 0 is called general form. Hey, X equals something is what kind of a line?
Horizontal.
Very good. We just did that, right? X equals 2. Y equals something is a horizontal line. Y equal mx plus b is a
Slope intercept.
yeah, that's the one we go for. And we didn't do this one, but let's just guess what it is.
Point slope.
So
Yeah, we're not going to do it either. So don't worry about that. Only time you're going to encounter point slope is to fill in this blank right there. All right. Estimate the slope of the line. What would you do to estimate the slope of this line? Pick 2 points. Pick some points that the line obviously goes through, like that one and that one, right?
2, 4.
And then you can do the rise over the run. So the rise is positive 4. Run is positive 1. Positive 4 over positive 1 is 4.
4.
So, and by the way, when it says estimate, it doesn't mean estimate. I tried 4.01, you know, like I'm estimating. It wants exactly 3. I tested those waters on your behalf to the humiliation of a red X. have another one like that, estimate the slope. Hey, in general, what kind of slope does this line have? You observe that, right? It's going to be negative something, so let's go put that in. And you got 2 points, that's easy. So from here to here, you could say rise is down, that's -1. The run is to the right, that's +1. So a -1 over a +1 is -1. Or if you're going from this point to this point, you could say the rise is 1, and the run is to the left, that's -1, so 1 over -1. Either way, you're going to get a 1 and a -1. So that's negative. And if you don't do that rise over the run stuff, hey, take the coordinates of 2 points, y minus y over x minus x. You're going to get the same thing. Take the coordinates and do y minus y over x minus x. Still going to get negative. All right. This is one where we actually have to plot a line, or draw a line, and it's pretty easy if I can do it. Find the slope in the y-intercept. Can you tell what the slope is right here?
Negative
Here it
2/3.
is, right here, negative 2/3. And the y-intercept.
0, 2.
Very good. You said 0, 2. And you remember that the y-intercept has an x value that's 0. They could have just said the y-intercept is blank 2. All right? They could have said it that way. But instead they asked for the coordinates. The coordinates of every y-intercept is 0, the x-coordinate. So it's 0, 2. Now, find the slope. Now it says sketch the line. All right. So let's find the point 0, 2. I know that's on the graph. So let's choose a point. And I go 0, 2. There's the y-intercept right there, 0, 2. Okay. Now it's got a slope of negative 2/3. Watch this. Now I know that's the rise over the run.
So it's down 2 over 2 left 3.
What 2 numbers give me negative 2/3? What ratio?
Yeah.
This is not hard.
3 halves.
2 over 3 is 2/3. See what I'm talking about? I need 2 distinct numbers because I'm going to have to count the rise and the run.
You do -3?
That's the positive 2/3.
-2, +3?
Yeah. So I need one I'm positive and one I'm negative if I'm going to get a negative fraction, right? So you could do a -2, +3, or you could do
2 -3.
2 and -3. You see what I'm doing? I'm thinking about 2 numbers whose ratio gives me this slope, negative 2/3. Because I'm going to have to consider these guys separately. Let's do this. That means this is the rise. This is the run. So I'm going to go from one point. I'm going to go up to. Here we go. I know one point. There it is right there. So for another point, I'm going to go up 2. And then I got to go
To the left.
left 3. Everybody with me on that? Negative 3 horizontally is to the left 3. So I can go left 1, 2, 3. Second point. Or you could have said, hey, it's negative 2 over 3. That means the rise, the distance up or down, is going to be down 2,
To the right 3.
and then to the right 3.